And Israeli strikes in northern Gaza destroyed swathes of land, houses and lives. It seems like the suffering is unending for the Gazans. Despite being on the move, there is no respite as there is no safe place. This is the reality in which Gazans are living. On both sides of the road, all you can see is destruction. The video released by the Israeli army shows Palestinians fleeing the Jabalia camp in northern Gaza under the supervision of Israeli army in tanks. According to Gaza's civil defense agency, more than 770 people have been killed in the north of the territory since Israel launched an assault. In the Nusrat camp in central part of the Gaza Strip, where people displaced were sheltering, an Israeli strike killed at least 17 Palestinians, including children. The Israeli military said it had hit a Hamas command and control center embedded in a compound formerly used as a school in Nusrat.
طبعا هذا مركز إيواء أو إن فيه تقريبا سنة وفي شيء لا مسلحين ولا أي حاجة، عبارة عن مدنيين نازحين من غزة. فيش وثلثين الشهداء عبارة عن أطفال لا يتجاوز عمرهم 10 سنوات.
As per residents and medics, Israeli strikes across Gaza killed 42 people on Wednesday as Israeli forces intensified a siege of northern parts of the Palestinian enclave, surrounding hospitals and refugee shelters and ordering residents to head south. Moreover, the Gaza Health Ministry and the World Health Organization said they would be unable to start a polio vaccination campaign in northern Gaza as planned because of the intense bombardments, mass displacements and lack of access. Meanwhile, the United States and Qatar on Thursday announced a resumption of negotiations on a Gaza ceasefire as U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said mediators were exploring new options after months of failing to seal a U.S.-led plan. Also, Israeli spy chief David Barnea will be heading to Doha for talks aimed at restarting the negotiations.
Struggling with for a very long time is how to ensure that we bridge.
And for more on this, our correspondent Susan Tehrani brings you more details. Take a look.
U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken met with the Emir of Qatar to discuss ending the war in Gaza and the release of the remaining hostages. But they also talked about security, governance, and the reconstruction of Gaza and possibly a diplomatic resolution to the war in Lebanon. Blinken announced $135 million in aid for Palestinians and plans for ceasefire talks with Israeli negotiators. Meanwhile, Vice President Kamala Harris sees the death of Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar as a chance for a two-state solution. Heavy fighting, however, continues in Gaza and Lebanon with thousands killed or injured. And according to experts, the recent developments in the Middle East indicate a potential shift in regional dynamics. The involvement of Qatar as a mediator and America's renewed efforts to broker a ceasefire just may pave the way for a sustainable resolution in the region. However, the complexity of the issue and the deep-seated divide between the parties involved means that lasting peace remains an uphill challenge. For now, at least. Susan Tehrani reporting from New York for WION World is One.
For latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.